Here to sing the theme from Green Acres, please welcome Donald Trump and Will and Grace's Karen Walker.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keeping hot, just give me that countryside.
Just give me that countryside, right? Wow, talk about a throwback, right? The Emmys 2004, I won, me and Megan Mullally. There's a real beauty, right? She used to love me. Now she's just joined the group of haters. Was never a fan of Will and Grace, okay? I mean, I liked Grace, okay? Grace was okay. Will, I liked him. I didn't love him. I liked him. But, I mean, The Apprentice was crushing that show in the ratings. That's why it ended, if you want to know the truth. But, boy, and we won that Emmy Idol that year. Talk about a long time ago, right? But, look, now it's 2022, and we've got the greatest podcast of all time. The ratings are through the roof. You got Joe Rogan trying to get on. You got everybody, and we're winning so big. You look at the numbers. You got people. I mean, I'm winning, and I'm winning so strongly. But, look, I want to start this show with a moment of silence for the victims of Hurricane Ian in Florida. A terrible hurricane, and lots of people died, and I want to have a moment of silence for them. And, of course, for Coolio, right? Coolio. You know, I never was a big fan of the music, but I don't know how he died, but I'm assuming that he's an African-American, and I know most African-Americans die in the innocent in Chicago to the gun violence, right? I talked about it a few episodes ago. Lori Lightfoot is going around, the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. I call her the Batman villain, right? She reminds me sort of the Penguin. She wears those ill-fitting pants. I mean, the woman's a total lunatic, but she's also a murderer. They talk about the gun violence in Chicago, but they don't acknowledge the fact. The fake news doesn't talk about the fact, and nobody's talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it. She's going around killing young black men, including Coolio. I'm assuming, once again, look, I don't have the data in front of me. I haven't seen it, but I've got my gut and my heart, and my mind, and my brain, and my instinct. We call it instincts. And I have a feeling that Coolio was murdered by Lori. So, moment of silence for the victims, frankly, and for Coolio. Wow, there we go. Talk about a moment of silence, right? We had one for the Queen, and now this one. This is a double moment of silence for the hurricane and for Coolio. But really, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a moment of silence like I do moment of silence. I mean, not to brag, okay? I'm trying to be humble, right? Christian, the religion, Jesus, humble. But, I mean, that was a great moment of silence. So, look, folks, speaking of hurricane, I want to show you a video of Sleepy Joe Biden. And this is, you know, when I went to Puerto Rico and they criticized me for throwing the paper towels. I think the people of Puerto Rico and really the people of this country are wishing they had somebody with the strength and stamina to throw a paper towel, because now they've got Sleepy Joe Biden and he's wandering off. Look at this video.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President.
I mean, it's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They're chasing after him. She says, Mr. President. And he just gets up. And he just walks off. And the people sitting down there at the computers, the meteorologists, the people working FEMA, right? They're like, what the hell is he doing here, right? Is he going to come over and sniff me? And then the Secret Service has to run after him. It's such an embarrassment. It's such an embarrassment. And I think the people want Trump back. I was there throwing those paper towels, and you should have seen the looks on the Puerto Rican people's faces. They had never seen somebody throw a paper towel, and they knew I gave them hope. Okay? It's called hope. Sleepy Joe, he doesn't understand hope. He doesn't understand anything. I was throwing those paper towels, and I saw women and children crying. He cares because they know Trump cares. And Trump cares so strongly. And now I have another video concerning the hurricane. And it involves one Ron DeSantis. The people on Fox News, they're saying, oh, and people really all over the place on CNN, the Clinton News Network, and the MSDNC, they're saying, oh, I think DeSantis, I'm going to tear this guy apart if he comes at me. But look at this video.
Wow, this is definitely good stuff right here.
Yeah,
So you got that one.
that's ready too.
Is this ready, period?
That's ready.
That done?
Let me give you one more here.
DeSantis is in a Waffle House, and he's cooking, and he thinks he's so great because he's frying some waffles, okay? He should be protecting his people, which, he's doing a good job. I'm not gonna lie, he's doing a good job. But these show things where they come, oh, I'm a normal guy, I'm frying potatoes. Take a look, just take a look.
No, I'm right-handed. This is the right hand on this
I'm
one?
right-handed, so this is for the right.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah. I think that's better.
You got this guy in the background. He goes, are you left-handed? And he goes, no, I'm right-handed. Look, that guy was a clear antagonist. He was trying to mess with him. And he's defending himself to this guy at the Waffle House, the Waffle Hut. No, I'm left-handed. Oh, I got this from here. The guy's a total nerd. I said it last week. The guy's a total nerd. Okay, I call him DeSantis the nerd. And, he's at the Waffle Hut, frankly, which, by the way, P&B Rock was murdered at a Waffle Hut. Maybe, perhaps DeSantis had something to do with it. Okay, look into it. But, you're doing a good job as governor. Just stay in Florida, okay? Stay at the beach. Stay at Disney. Go to the strip clubs in Tampa. Go to church. Whatever you do, just don't come at Trump, okay? Believe me. But look, on a lighter note, I'm in Philadelphia doing deals. We're doing tremendous deals, and I'm crossing the street with my, Secret Service people, very bigly, very strong people, and a fan of mine yells out of his car, Mr. Trump, I know you, I follow you, I've watched the podcast, I follow you on TikTok. He goes, TikTok. And I want to show you that video right now. We've got a tremendous fan in Philadelphia, and I'm going to show you.
Look, we're here with Salvatore, and we're winning so big, frankly. We're doing deals in the city of Philadelphia. By the way, we won so big, and he knows it. Sal knows it. He knows it so strongly, but we were treated so unfairly by the radical left, but we're going to come back. And we're going to come back so big, and Sal's going to be right there with me. That I can tell you, believe me.
Oh, man, thank you.
That's right, right? He said, my man. And look, Sal, you see the look of joy. The look of joy in his face. He's so happy because he knows that I'm fighting for him. Sort of like the people in Puerto Rico, because Sal is a Hispanic, which we do so, as you know, we do so well with the Hispanics. And that's why he's got that look in his face, the same look that the little women and children had when I was tossing those paper towels and I wasn't stumbling around. Oh, where am I? Who am I? I had strength and I had stamina, and I'm throwing the paper towels. And Sal, maybe he has family members there, I don't know, but he recognized it. And actually, after the camera stopped rolling, he said, I have family in Puerto Rico, and they were really going to give up when that hurricane hit. But then when they saw you throwing those paper towels, and he said, that's when I became a fan. Before that, I believed the fake news media. He said, oh, Trump is no good. But then, because I threw the paper towels, right? And he loves it. And he said, Philadelphia right now, it's not good. Okay, it's just filled with tents and homeless people and everything. He said, you got to get back in there. And I said, Sal, you got it. So here, give it up for Sal. We love Sal. And he's watching right now. I told him I'd give him a shout out, and I would give it so strongly. There we go. So, yeah. Look, I have another video of Sleepy Joe Biden. This time he was confronted by a woman, happened to be an African American, which, as you know, I say every week, I have a tremendous relationship. Everybody knows it. Take a look.
We're set for $40 billion to the Ukraine.
Ukraine? What fuck Ukraine? What about the shit I gotta go through? What about that stuff?
Hey, look!
Wake up!
Black people in commercials now with whites. I'm not Donald Trump.
I'm just fuck who you are. Fix this country.
Got hairy legs. You know the thing.
Such a disgrace. You see the anger in this woman's eyes. She's got children. She can't afford the baby formula. And he's going on about black people in commercials and hairy legs. Such a disgrace, okay? And then he walks off. You know the thing. I mean, this woman needs help, okay? And I think she wants Trump back. That I can tell you, okay? Believe me. And folks, I'm very proud to announce the show has a new sponsor, a tremendous sponsor, a sponsor, frankly, like you've never seen. Wrap Snacks. Have you heard of it? They're tremendous. Wrap Snacks provides tasty, delicious, and most of all, nutritious food for people all over the country who are fans of hip-hop, right? They call it hip-hop. And on this particular wrap snack, there's a photograph of a rapper named Lil Boosie. He also goes by Boosie Badass, but I've been watching him on Vlad TV, and he's got a lot of very interesting things to say, frankly, Lil Boosie. He was beefing with Lil Nas X, the guy. He made a video. He's twerking on Satan. This is a man, and he's twerking on the devil. Not good. And Lil Boosie stood up, and he said, I don't like this. Doesn't look so good. But you've got Lil Boosie's Louisiana Heat. And I've tried them. They're so good. They're so tasty. Frankly, I start every day. I wake up, and I have a wrap snack. And it gives me strength and stamina. Go to your local bodega, okay, 7-Eleven, wherever. And if you grab a wrap snack and walk up to the counter and mention the Donald J. Trump podcast, you'll get 15% off of delicious wrap snacks. I can't endorse them any stronger. Wrap snacks, they're huge, okay? Believe me. So, moving on. Now we have a video. We just past September, the month of September, the month of the attacks of September 11th. I was in New York when they happened. It was horrible. You got Joe Biden, and he made a statement about the attacks, and I'm going to show you such a disgrace what Sleepy Joe Biden said. I'm going to show you right now.
You got hairy legs. Day marks 45 years since Japanese attacked the Pearl Trade Center, the harbor. Man. Hey, millions of brave men and women.
Look. Come on, pal. Doesn't know what he's talking about. On again about the hairy legs. For some reason, with this guy, it always comes back to hairy legs. You've got unemployment, inflation, gas prices, Afghanistan, Ukraine, all these things, and all he could think about is hairy legs. Such a disgrace. And he called it Pearl Harbor. He called it the Pearl Trade Center. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Such a disgrace. We've got to take back the country. That I could tell you. And the fake news media, they don't show these clips, but I show them here. On the Donald J. Trump podcast, we show the clips that they won't show anyplace else. Okay, believe me. Now, up next, I showed a clip last week at the beginning of last week's episode of Crooked Hillary Clinton's podcast, Gutsy Women, and I said, viewer discretion advised. I said, if you have children, take them out of the room. But some viewers, they wrote to me, they were traumatized seeing Hillary, seeing Chelsea flail around with the fire hose. Such a disgrace, and they've got psychological problems now. And so that brings me to our new sponsor, BetterHelp. Life can be tough. Sometimes it's good to have someone to talk to, right? Everybody needs somebody to talk to. But therapy is time-consuming and expensive, especially in this horrible economy led by Sleepy Joe Biden. The Benadryl administration is causing depression in many people. To cure it, download the BetterHelp app to access a wide variety of professional psychologists, people that can help you on the go at a moment's notice, anywhere, anytime, okay? You see Crooked Hillary's podcast, you're all messed up, you can't sleep, you've got insomnia, you're feeling bipolar. Use the promo code Donald J. Trump podcast for 20% off. Download the app. Through Trump and BetterHelp, you can make your life great again, okay? It's called Hope. You never give up. So BetterHelp, download the app, okay? Horrible podcast, but our podcast is doing much better. If you look at the ratings and compare it to Crooked Hillary, she's going home and crying. And I said last week, what is Bill doing? She says, oh, Bill, I'm going to do a podcast with Chelsea. We're both going to be out of the house. And he's like, oh, yeah, right. You go and you interview those gutsy women. I love feminism. That's right. And she's like, oh, Bill, oh, you're so supportive. He wants her out of the house. He says, you go interview them gutsy women, okay? You and Chelsea interview. Keep going, sweetheart. Interviewing them gutsy women. And I'm going to stay at home. And I'm going to do things and make some calls. We know what Bill's doing, okay? And it's such a disgrace. That I can tell you. Go to BetterHelp. They're winners, okay? Believe me. So, folks, there's another news story, and I'm going to show it because it's relevant to this podcast and me especially. There was a fishing competition in Ohio, okay? But the winners were caught cheating, okay? Talk about cheating. I've been cheated. We've all been cheated at one point or another in life. These guys got caught cheating. I'm going to show you the video because it's relevant to Trump, and I'm going to roll the tape right now.
We got weights and fish.
There we go! Out of here! Where's the other one?
Wow. I mean, those guys were very angry, right? Sort of like reminiscent of like January 6th energy, if you want to know the truth. Interesting. But anyways, look, these guys, they cheated, and I have the article here. Trouble on the waterfront in Ohio. A couple of fishermen have been accused of cheating to make their catches seem heavier than they were. And the video proof is damning. Chase Kaminsky and Jake Runyon, both locals, were apparently caught stuffing their walleye fish with weights and other debris. But they don't go out and say what that other debris was, and it was ballots. They were stuffing votes, Donald J. Trump, that was stolen, and they put them in the fish, okay? The fake news won't report it, but they're stuffing it's not just weights, okay? They were stuffing ballots in the fish, and it's such a disgrace, which, by the way, brings me to our next ad. As seen on TV, rocket rods. It's for the kids if they don't like casting. You put the bait, you put the hook and the bait in here, okay? And you gotta cock it. Okay, you gotta cock it. This is supposed to be a lot smoother, okay? There we go. Look. And you hold that down. Boom. Wow. Talk about a great rod. Look at that. You gotta get that rod, okay? Frankly, it's huge, okay? Look at that. I was mad if I was like, I don't think this thing might be a piece of crap, but boy, did that shootout. Might have put a hole in the wall, okay? Lucky the FBI wasn't coming out to raid me again because they might have gotten hit, okay? Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I mean, but look, we're finding votes all over the place. I'm gonna show you a tape. You know, a lot of people gave up. I had very strongly people that were out there looking for ballots that were stolen. I had to take matters into my own hands. And I went into the Hudson River and I found a tremendous amount. Take a look.
Trump finds ballots in the East River.
I got him! I found the votes! I found the 11,780 votes! Everybody gave up. Everybody stopped believing. Even Rudy, my closest trusted confidant. Well, Rudy, suck on this. We got him. Tell Sleepy Joe we found the vote.
And just like that, that's why you never give up. Because that's how you stay strong mentally, okay? when you start giving up, you're at your hurricane speech and you're stumbling off this way. You're stumbling off that way. You don't know what the hell's they have got to chase you down. That's what happened. Sleepy Joe Biden would never jump into the East River to find votes because he's weak, okay? And he doesn't have the brains, okay? But I do what it takes, and that's why this podcast is such a success, okay? This isn't easy. I'm broadcasting. Look, I mean, I built a world-class business, casinos, buildings all over the place. Then I owned Miss America, became a TV star, ran for president, won on my first try, and now I'm a vote-finding podcast broadcasting. I mean, what can't I do, okay? What can't I do? Put in the comments, what can I not do? Because frankly, I think I could do anything, okay? Believe me. Okay, up next. There's a lot of controversy about this Netflix series about Jeffrey Dahmer. They call it Monster. And the kids, the Gen Z, they're calling it Dahmer and Chill, okay? Dahmer and Chill. See, it used to be Netflix and Chill. And they'd call the girl, oh, the boy, come over. They'd put in a Netflix film and then end up fooling around, sexually, very strongly. But now, I mean, these kids that have no direction, right? In school, they're being taught all this propaganda. They don't know what the hell's going on. Their parents are at rallies, burning things down, taking down statues. So they're doing Dahmer and Chill. And then it's very interesting, Lil Boosie, who is on the Rap Snacks, which I'm endorsing wholeheartedly. Use promo code Donald J. Trump Podcast, 50% off Rap Snacks. Lil Boosie tweeted, as black people, we should all boycott the Jeffrey Dahmer movie. What he did to our black kids is effing sick. He said effing sick. Hashtag Netflix, take this movie down. It's sick. That's a Lil Boosie tweet, okay? I sort of like this guy. Look, I could kind of see where he's saying, and they put the LGBTQ in the title. And look, as you know, I have a tremendous relationship with the LGBTQ people. But I mean, they're not happy, and I wouldn't be either. I mean, imagine they did a Netflix series about a guy who was a world-class businessman, had beautiful wives and children, golf courses, hotels, casinos all over the place. Then he became a great TV star, was raw-dogging porn stars, and then became the president of the United States on his first try. Imagine they made a series about that community. Fortunately, there's only one, but imagine there was a community of people, a community of Trumps, and then one of the Trumps happened to be, I don't know, killing men and having sex with their dead bodies and eating them. I wouldn't be happy. So I could understand how the LGBTQ and Lil Boosie as well. I think it's disgusting. You see what, it's entertainment for some people, maybe some sick people, not Trump. I like to watch old videos of the YMCA being performed, okay? The Village People. I love the Village People. Speaking of LGBTQ, that's the good gay, the Village People. That's the good LGBTQ, okay? Elton John, Sir Elton John. That's the kind of LGBTQ that I like, not the ones that are murdering and eating and having sex with dead bodies, okay? Call me old-fashioned, but Gen Z, I suggest you go back to Netflix and chill. Okay, instead of Dahmer and Chill, because not good. Doesn't look good on paper. Doesn't look good really anywhere, okay? Believe me. Well, look, folks, I went to San Gennaro this past weekend, the feast in New York. I was campaigning out there, raising money very strongly, and I want to show you a video of me with the people, and I want to show it to you very strongly. I have a tremendous relationship with the youth, with the teens, right? The Gen Z people. I was telling them, stay away from Dahmer and Chill, okay? Do good in school, and you could be a winner like me. I'll show you the tape right now.
Here with the teens. What's your name, kid?
Vincent.
Come here, Vincent.
Nice
We love
to meet
it. We love Vincent. And we won so big with Vincent, we were treated so unfairly. We love it, you sweet. Come here, Maggie. We love Maggie. We won the Maggie people in such tremendous numbers. And you know, these kids, Barron says it's all about the they, them, and the pronouns. Look, nobody knows pronouns like I know pronouns, okay? Believe me. We love all the pronouns as long as they they vote for Trump. We love the pronouns and we love them so strongly. And do we love this? Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Come here. We love this. We did so well with the African American people. The unemployment was so low. Come here, sweetheart. We love this lady. Unbelievable. We love her. And we love her so strongly that I can tell you.
Wow, total love fest at San Gennaro. The people love me, the kids love me, the African American woman loved me. I mean, total, we're winning, and we're winning so big. That I could tell you, okay? Believe me. So look, folks, it's been brought to my attention that there was an axe-wielding man in a McDonald's, a particular McDonald's in New York City, and I'm going to show you this video right now. It's very interesting.
Now to an Eyewitness News exclusive. A man who went on a wild fast food rampage with a hatchet speaks out. The shocking attack happened inside a McDonald's on the Lower East Side. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. The man with the hatchet explained his actions to Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson.
Kind of waited for them to finish doing whatever they were doing, and then I just did what I wanted to do.
Pulled out a hatchet to teach them a lesson. In this exclusive interview, Michael Palacio tells me he has zero regrets for doing this Friday morning.
The most important thing is don't be afraid to defend yourself.
You know, I'm not going to lie, he kind of has a point there about defending himself, but I think his biggest crime really is those ears. I mean, he's got it looks like he had the gauges in his ears and he took them out. I mean, that's a problem, okay? Never was a fan of those gauges, but let's keep watching the video.
Michael tells me things went south at this McDonald's on Delancey Street after a security guard ignored his request to use the bathroom. He maintains words were exchanged with the customer. Then things escalated. Michael, he admits he had been drinking, threw a punch. There was plenty of pushing and shoving with three men who then turned on him. Video shows Michael on the receiving end of blows to the head. He tells me he has been jumped before and had had enough. He calmly pulled that hatchet out and police say started menacing people, smashed a glass wall and slapped one of his attackers.
My intentions were not to hurt anyone. My intentions were not to put anyone in a hospital or dice anybody up. The reason why I pulled out the hatchet was because, okay, I'm gonna get back at these guys, but I'm gonna make sure that they don't jump me again.
It's not clear if police are looking for the three men, but Michael tells me he's not interested in pressing charges.
You don't need to be in jail to learn a lesson. I hope that the fear they felt that night is enough to never assault someone again.
So why did Michael have a hatchet in his bag to begin with? He's a messenger and tells me he just feels safer carrying it.
I'm always out there on the road, so I'm always actually getting into it with drivers, which is what the Tomahawk is for. It's not for people. It's for trees and vehicles.
Michael is charged with, among other things, menacing and criminal mischief.
Well, look, I have a lot of people that I've gotten back at, never pulled out a hatchet, okay? But, it's sort of interesting that, look, I don't condone violence. Violence not good. But I've heard a lot of things about that McDonald's. Matter of fact, a comedian, young guy, handsome, good-looking, talented kid that I know, we call him Jason Scoop, and he had a stand-up act, and he talked about this very McDonald's, and I'll show you the clip. This McDonald's sounds crazy, okay? That I can tell you.
I was at, here's the thing, the story that I'm about to tell you happened at a McDonald's. It's a very notorious McDonald's here in New York City. It's on the corner of Delancey Street and Essex, okay? I was telling this story one time while crossing the street. A woman behind me overhears the story and goes, "Hi, sorry, I don't normally do this. I couldn't help it over here. I was actually at that McDonald's last night. A guy OD'd on heroin and died, and we have to be..." So that's how fucked up this McDonald's is. This is several years ago, pre-pandemic, pre-everything. It's when New York was like a big mall, right? But that McDonald's was still an island of horror, right? And I'm in there. There was a homeless dude passed out on his table, really stinking the place up. I'm talking about that guy who clears out a whole subway car, okay? Business as usual. Okay, I'm sitting there with my 4-piece chicken McNuggets. I know it's not good, but honestly, I was cold. It was winter. I just wanted, anyways. Another homeless guy walks in, okay, wearing a Burger King crown. just screaming, "I am the Burger King! It is I!" Just like literally running up to families, husbands and wives, hovering over the show. Please leave us alone. So I'm just sitting there between the smelly guy and the Burger King. I'm just like, ah. So I'm looking back at the McDonald's staff, you know, the people that are there to keep us safe. They're just totally unfazed. They're like, yeah, Burger King, it's Tuesday. Can I take your order? So like, oh, shit. If shit hits the fan, I gotta fend for myself. What happened next, ladies and gentlemen, changed me for the rest of my life, okay? The Burger King sort of frolics over to the smelly guy. He reaches into his back pocket and whips out an entire unopened can of Febreze. He proceeds to open it and then spray the whole can on the smelly guy. It's just shh. And he says, "Get your life together, Joey." And in that moment, I was like, holy crap, the Burger King turned out to be a goddamn vigilante. He's saving us! But it was at that moment that I realized that's how fucked up the homeless situation is in this city. It's like a weird homeless hierarchy, like a caste system. It's like there's homeless people out there fed up with stinkier homeless people. Like this dude's out there on the street begging for change, not to eat, not even for crack. He's like, no, we gotta spray Joey first.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible act, right? Go see that guy live. Great friend of mine, good guy. But yeah, the homeless situation, it's out of control, and they hang out at the McDonald's. Well, speaking of homeless people, my old pal Mike Pence shows back up in my life. Once again, ringing the doorbell in tattered clothes. Oh, can I get forgiveness? And another Mike Lindell, who I mentioned last week, tried to make out with me. So I take them both in, I sit them down, and they're both like, "Forgive us, please." And I say, well, one at a time, okay? Lindell has agreed to register as a sex offender so that this doesn't happen to anyone else. I'm a #MeToo victim, and I'm an advocate for other victims who have been sexually assaulted by other men, such as Mike Lindell. And, you know, Pence, I've never been sexually assaulted by him, but I've had my suspicions, okay, about his inclinations. Let's just put it that way. So around this same time, I get another call from Kim Jong-un, and he says, "I know you're going to come back, but I told you I got the nuclear deal by, he's a cuck." And he asked me to sleep with his wife, and I did so for the country. I did it for the country. And he said, "Can you come back?" And I say, "No, but I could send these two fellas." So we work out a deal. We have lawyers, Rudy's there. We sit down very strongly, and we agree to Mike and the two Mikes. I said, "You're going to get two Mikes, right?" And they wanted Michael Jordan. I said, "Well, I'll give you two other Mikes, two other guys, right?" So they go there, they do their thing. But then Kim calls and he's like, "You got to pay me if you want them back." And I say, "Look, I'm not giving you a cent." So we got rid of the weapons, but Mike Lindell and Mike Pence are for now in North Korea with no escape. But we'll see what we could do, because I'm a good guy. And on that note, look, don't forget to click like and subscribe to the podcast very strongly, and we'll be back next week. This is the conclusion of episode 5. We're winning big. We're taking back the country, and I'll see you very soon. That I can tell you. Believe me.